Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you each and every one? With you, Mr. Muhammad Jamal, in our new lesson 16.1, Classified Triangles. By the end of the lesson, our objective is each student should know how to classify a triangle according to sides and angles. According to sides, as you see here, the first triangle, we have a triangle which has 3 equal sides. For example, this one is 4 centimeter, so this one should be also 4 centimeter, and this one is definitely 4 centimeter. So if all of the 3 sides are the same length, so it's called equilateral triangle. If 2 sides are the same, like 7 centimeter, and here is different for example, so if there is 2 sides are equal 7, and the one is different, so it's called isosceles triangle. The last one, all of them are different, it should be scalene triangle. Like for example, here we have 4 centimeter, and here is 5 centimeter, and here is 8 centimeters. So all of them are different. In this case, it's called scalene triangles. How to classify the triangle according to their angles? You studied angles before, and you know the angles are 3 kinds: acute angle, right angle, then finally obtuse angle. Let me remind you again with this. Yes, here we have, if we need to draw, let's use here a ray. Yes, this one, this is an angle, this is an ray, and another ray. This will give you a small angle. This angle is acute angle. But if we will draw here one, and here is, yes, perpendicular one here, so this is almost to be right angle. It should be exactly 90 degrees. And the fat one, like this one, okay, yeah, as you see, big one, so this one is obtuse angle. So if it was here a small one, which it should be less than 90, this is called acute angle. Here, if it was exactly 90 degrees, so this is right angle. If it was so big, more than 90, like for example 100, like 120, so this is obtuse angle. So if your triangle here, it has all of them acute, all of them small, so it's acute triangle. If it has one, only one, I'm not saying all of them, no, only one right angle, so it's right triangle. Someone will ask me, teacher, here is 2 acute. Yes, there is 2 acute, but there is one right, so the name of this triangle is right triangle. I'm not saying there is no acute, no, there is acute. There is acute angles, but there is one right, so the name of this triangle is right triangle according to angles. And this one also, it has 2 acute, as you see, 2 small angles, but there is one fat, which is one obtuse angle. So since there is one obtuse angle, so it's called obtuse triangle. Okay, so if all of them acute, it's acute triangle. If 2 acute and 1 right, it's right triangle. If 2 acute and 1 obtuse, it's obtuse triangle. Okay, now for this question, all of the angles, as you see, all of them are 60, 60, 60, so they are acute because it's small angles, less than 90, so it's acute triangle. And according to sides, 3, 3, 3, as you see, so because of this, it's equilateral. In question number 4, we have here 2 sides are the same, 7, 7, and 1 different, so it's what? Yes, isosceles triangle. And this isosceles triangle, it has one right angle, so it's right. So we can say here that since there is 2, 7 and 1 different, it's isosceles, and here since there is one right angle, it's right a triangle. Next question here we have 30 degrees, 75, 75. All of the angles less than 90, so all of them acute angles, so it's acute triangle. And here 6, 6 and 3.1, so two sides are equal and one is different. Because of this, it's isosceles triangle. In question 6, as you see here, according to sides, all of them are different, 9, 12, 15, so it's yes, scalene triangle. And here one right, so it's right a triangle. 60, 60, 60 in question 7, so all of them acute, so it's acute. And according to sides, 11, 11, 11, they are all of them the same, all of them equal, so it's equilateral. In question 8, as you see here, we have 9.2, 9.2, two sides are equal. Because of this, it's isosceles. And according to angle here, one fat angle, 2 small, 2 acute, and one fat, 110, so it's obtuse, yeah, obtuse triangle. Question number 9, we have 6, 10, 8, so it's scalene. And here one right angle, because of this it's right triangle. Here we have 2 equal, so it's isosceles, and all of them small angles, all of them acute angles, so it's acute. In question number 14, it's higher order thinking question. The measure of two angles of the triangle are 23 and 67. So we have here two angles only, 23, yes, and 67. Is the triangle acute, right, or obtuse? He's asking. So to know how to answer this question, you should know that any triangle, as you know here, has how many interior angles? Interior means inside. This is an angle, another angle, a third angle. The sum of the three angles should be, the interior angle should be 180 degrees. Yes. Any triangle, if it was obtuse, if it was right, if it was acute, any triangle should have 180. All of them. So here we have two angles, 23 and 67. We can get easily the third angle by just adding the 23 and 67. 3 plus 7 is, yes, 10. Carry 1. 2 and 6 plus 6 is 8, and 1 is 9. So the two angles are 90 degrees. To know what is left over for the third angle, for example, here we have this triangle. Okay. And the first angle, it was here 23. The second angle here is 67. We need to know this angle is what? So I just added this one plus this one is 90. To know the third angle, I will subtract from 180, because all of them should be 180. Any triangle, the three interior angles should be 180. Because of this, I will subtract 180 minus the other two angles, which their sum was 90. So 180 minus 90, it's 90. So the third angle here should be 90. Since we know that we have the three angles, two acute and one right, so what kind is this triangle? It's right triangle. Yes. Hopefully that you understand the lesson, how to classify the triangle according to its sides or according to its angles. Finally, I'd like to thank you Have a nice time and see you in another videos inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.